If only.
I am found by the sound, words I didn't heed, sinned against heaven in thought, word, and deed. Chose to walk in the dark with a lamp in hand, lit it then hid it in a bushel on the stand. When I saw neighbors fall into depths of need, I was held by the spells of my fear and greed, led to face my disgrace by the one you sent. I am meant to repent. Where's your grace shining like the sun? 'Cause the light's all gone just before the dawn. I'll awake and arise and run when the morning comes. Took the pledge, then I hedged to escape the pain. Shun the loss and the cross on my courage slain. Didn't give or forgive, though my debt was paid. Rather die than to lie in the bed I made. Place my hope in the scope of my wealth and show. Though I must, wouldn't trust what the lilies know. Made to face my disgrace by the one you sent. I am
Let's do this, band. We hide pain in the weirdest places, broken souls with smiling faces, fighting for surrender, for now and forever. Look around and you'll see that people are scared to say how they really feel. Oh, we all need a little honesty, yeah. You are loved if your heart's in 1,000 pieces, if you're lost and you're far from reason. Just look up, know you are loved. Just look up, know you are loved. When it feels like something's missing, if it hurts and you can't find healing, just look up, know you are loved. Just look up, know you are loved. We're not made to be superheroes, photoshopped all sizes heroes. A light not expected, but not quite perfected yet. Look up, see the sun is shining. There's hope on a new horizon. Calling you, it's calling. You are loved if your heart's in 1,000 pieces, if you're lost and you're far from reason. Just look up, know you are loved. Just look up, know you are loved. When it feels like something's missing, if it hurts but you can't find healing, just look up, know you are loved. Just look up, know you are loved. Don't have to prove yourself. Don't try to be someone else. You don't have to prove yourself. Don't try to be someone else. You are loved. Just look up, 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 you are loved. If your heart's in 1,000 pieces, if you're lost and you're far from reason, just look up, know you are loved. Just look up, know you are loved. When it feels like something's missing, if it hurts but you can't find healing, just look up, know you are loved. Just look up, know you are loved. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Rosalind. Great work. Good morning. Welcome to Peace United. What a great day. Hi. Happy Pride. This is a big day. I'm Dylan Starr. I'm the Director of Programming and Music here at Peace. My pronouns are he, him, and his, and I'm so glad to have you all here on Pride Sunday. Rochester Pride was yesterday. What a blast that was. The Rainbow Choir kicked off the morning with an awesome breakfast over at Zumbro Lutheran, which was so much fun. I have to be honest, though. We were pretty nervous about it because in the morning we had only sold like 20 tickets, and one was to me, and one was to Anthony, and so we had really only sold like 18 tickets. But the word got out, and people walked into that breakfast with their full family and had pancakes and a really nice time. So we had a great breakfast, and that was a fundraiser for the Rainbow Choir and for Rochester Pride. So I'm very proud that we were able to do that. So thanks if you showed up for that, or if you thought of us even, thanks for that, because it turned out to be a really great event. If you're visiting us this morning, there's like a little green bookmark in the seat pocket in front of you that you can scan or you can fill out so that we can connect with you afterwards. Peace is always doing something fun and exciting, and you'll want to hear about it. So get connected with us, and we'd love to stay in touch. It's Pride Sunday, so we're celebrating this service with some powerful readings, some great stories, and some moving music. Now, the reading, I should also point out, sorry, I'm ahead of myself. There's also a little orange card in front of you, and that's if you have any prayers on your heart. You could write those on that orange card and drop it in when the offering plate comes by. Pastor Sherry, who's with us this morning, will share those towards the end of our service when we share the prayers of peace. Now it's time, though. The reading, your homework, was a reading from 1 John, or 1 John, which Pastor Sherry tells me is not to be confused with Gospel John. These are... Oh, or it could be? Wow. Okay. Usually not, but it's a little bit of this. Okay. So anyway, the passage starts off with God is love. And I've shared my belief with you all here at Peace, with the children, about God just sort of being everything that is good, or love. Not some sort of guy in the sky, or even like really a being. At Peace, we have that freedom, which is pretty cool. Jeff mentioned it. If he didn't mention it last week, he mentioned it in conversation with me. Peace isn't a place where you have to hang your beliefs or hang your brain up at the door so that we can tell you what to believe. But I'll share what I believe, and I hope that by doing that, it inspires you to do a little bit more thinking of your own, which is kind of the whole point. You believe what you read, you can believe what you see, you can believe what we say, or you can take what you want and add to your existing thoughts or keep changing them. I think as long as you're thinking about God and love and goodness, God's pleased with that. And so I believe that God, goodness, is always happy and proud knowing that we're thinking about God and goodness and love. And this passage is really a great guide. Love God, love goodness, in my eyes, and love others, even people who are different. And this is what the passage says, right? Because we're all the same in some way. Sherry's done a great job of teaching me, challenging me, that there's no us and there's no them. We're all one. And so when we sort of create that dynamic, it's painful. So we just have to share that love with everyone, even people who don't love you, because here's something I've learned. It's pretty hard to love someone who's just good all the time. It's really hard not to love that person. So be that. So we're going to start this morning with a reading. My friend Rosalind Steinkamp is here to lead a responsive reading. She'll do a reading, and we'll respond with, "We are thankful for the love that will not let us go," which is the title of this reading this morning.
Hello. Our hearts are filled and overflowing with joy, deep love, and gratitude.
We are thankful for the love that will not let us go.
We are thankful for the gifts of all affirming ministries and communities of faith who open their churches, their homes, and their hearts to the LGBTQ plus people and all their intersecting identities.
We are thankful for the love that will not let us go.
We are thankful for Pride Marches and Pride Month, for all those who publicly, intentionally, and explicitly affirm LGBTQ plus people in this family of one.
We are thankful for the love that will not let us go.
The truth at the heart of our faith, that you are love, echoes today in words and in music, in friendship and family, in our hearts and minds, and continues to challenge us to love.
We are thankful for the love that will not let us go.
We pray for our hearts and minds to be open to our own homophobia, transphobia, and biphobia, to be open to our own racism, sexism, ableism, sizeism, and all the ways we fear those who are different from us.
We are thankful for the love that will not let us go.
We pray to learn how to recognize the kinship between our souls and the souls of those who, to us, are strangers. We pray that we will never cease in our journey to learn how to love more radically.
We are thankful for the love that will not let us go. Thanks, Rosalind. Pastor Sherry, will you center us this morning?
Happy. It's such an honor to be here this morning. I was glad that it worked out for my schedule, for your schedule, to be here on Pride Sunday. We don't have name tags. We ran out today. So now you just go, hey, I remember you. And you pretend that you know what's going on. But so if you say, you remember meeting me, I'll go, yeah, you. So we're going to center, and then it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter if you've met somebody one time, a million times. It doesn't matter. We are one. We are connected. We are as close as we ever will be because we are in this together. So I also want to take a moment to thank Brian and Cheryl. They're not here today, but they did this. I'm not going to tell you how many times Brian went up and down the ladder. It could have been, I could have made money on that one. But. So that is our centering. We're so glad to be here together to encourage each and every one of us on this journey of love, love, love. And we have a Lord's Prayer we're going to do now that's for Pride Sunday. And it did not have the author listed, but we honor whoever put these words together. So please join me. Our God, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the sake of all who live in love, in truth and in fullness of being, and for the dignity of every person, regardless of gender, sexuality, or identity. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Beyond. Okay, well, the other one's not on, too, so we're going to turn that on right now. There we go. Okay, so my name's Kirby Back, and I'll be reading the scripture today, 1 John 4:17 through 21 from the Message. God is love. When we take up permanent residence in a life of love, we live in God, and God lives in us. This way, love has the run of the house, becomes at home and mature in us, so that we're free of worry on Judgment Day. Our standing in the world is identical with Christ's. There is no room in love for fear. Well-formed love banishes fear. Since fear is crippling, a fearful life, fear of death, fear of judgment, is one not yet fully formed in love. We, though, are going to love and be loved. First we were loved, now we love. He loved us first. If anyone boasts, I love God, and goes right on hating his brother or sister, thinking nothing of it, he is a liar. If he won't love the person he can see, how can he love the God he can't see? The command we have from Christ is blunt. Loving God includes loving people. You've got to love both. Thanks. Everybody please stand. Time for passing the peace. Find somebody you know, somebody you don't know. Ask them how their day is going. And we'll be back in about 2 minutes.
I'm good now.
Good morning. We sing this song quite a bit here at Peace. But these words to For Everyone Born, Bob Warner visited a church in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and updated them for us. It was already such a great song, and we've made it one that fits especially for Pride Sunday. So sing these words out, or if you really just want to listen to them because they're pretty awesome, you can do that too. Here we go.
For everyone born, a place at the table. For everyone born, clean water and bread. A shelter, a stay, table, to live without fear and simply to be, to work, to speak out, to witness and worship, for everyone born the right to be free. And God will delight when we are creators of justice and joy, compassion and peace. Yes, God will delight when we are creators of justice and joy.
Thank you, Dylan and Jimmy. Beautiful. Anyone who'd like to come forward for the mini message, you're welcome to do so. To get my props. I think we'll sit over here so we don't hit the mic. Good morning, good morning. Coming through, coming through. Thank you. All right, I want you to take a look at this. Look at these faces. Pretty crazy, huh? So if you were going to go out to lunch, and for you that can't quite see it, it's every emotion we have, almost. If you're going to go out to lunch for someone, would you pick the hysterical person? Or would you want to go out with the smug person? Do you know what smug means? Yeah, I know it all, baby. Would you want to go out with the shocked person? You want to go with a happy person. Which other ones would you want to go to lunch with? There's a happy. Mischievous. Okay, this is not going the way I had planned. We all want to go out with the happy person. The hopeful person. Okay. So this is what we learned in the gospel today. It was pretty to the point. Guess what? We are love. Okay? So that's the first thing you have to remember. All of this. There's only one thing we are is love. So if that's all we are, we're told love includes love. Love, love, love. So loving God includes loving people. There isn't one single person that we can think of that we decide to hate or we decide to not include. That's what Pride Sunday is about. Everybody's included. Sometimes that's... I know. That's the best question. What happens if they are mean first? The answer is the same. The only way to heal is to love them. And it's hard. Let's see. These are adults that have lived a long time. How many of you have struggle loving somebody that's been mean to you? That's how good that question is. But the answer is the same. There's only one thing that heals hate, that heals meanness, that heals. They're all the same. What's funny about this poster too? It's all the same person, isn't it?
Another weird thing is that its ears are so low.
Low ears. That always makes me suspicious. So,
Why are its ears down by its mouth?
so does that mean anything to you? Every one of these are the same person. That means all of this stuff is inside all of us. And so we pay attention to that too. That even though some of these might not be emotions or ways we want to act, it happens. And we love ourselves when that happens. So I want you to change this poster. I want you to grab a heart, peel one off, and stick it over every face. Yep, so everybody put a couple on, and then I want you to take your hearts and start heading out there. The closing prayer is you giving a heart to anybody that, how about a frustrated face out there? Is anybody enraged? Okay. Okay, so grab your hearts now after you put a few on and start handing them out to people. That's going to be your closing prayer today. Because that's the only thing to do with love, too, to share it. So keep bringing it out there. Here, you can keep filling them up. We want to cover all of this up. How about a surprised face?
What's a fun face?
There we are.
That's a funny one.
That's a funny one. Oh, there's three more left, and then 4 more left.
There's one more left.
I'm hearing a few O's out there. That's sweet. Oh. All right. Thank you so much. We'll put these cushions. You can go hand out a couple hearts, and you did a great job, everybody. All
Thanks,
right.
Pastor Sherry.
You're welcome. Hearts, hearts. We got a lot of hearts. We'll put these in the back. If you didn't get a heart, make sure and grab one on your way out. There. You can pass those around. That's fun to look out here.
We get our prayers out. Awesome. Today, Peace is proud to be an open and affirming church. We've got the Rainbow Choir that meets here. We've got a transgender support group that meets here. We have a Parents of Transgender Children group. We hired an openly gay pastor. We were one of Rochester Pride's first church sponsors. And we also host a number of other important groups that we're proud of. We host SAA, we host Hustlers Anonymous, and many other support groups that Peace is proud to give space and open and affirm all these types of people. Yeah, it is pretty nice. And I want to point out that this might be a little bit, is the word reductive? It hasn't always been that way. So Ruth Backen and Clint Wilson are here, and they're very active members here at Peace now, and they were a part of a lot of the discussions in 2000 through 2002 when the community here in Rochester at Peace, the climate, and the knowledge about gender and orientation identities were different than it was today. In January 2002, Peace drafted an open and affirming statement that was rejected by a margin of about 20 votes. And it was revised, and a lot of healing had been done to arrive at Peace's current open and affirming statement. And that was overwhelmingly approved, and I encourage you to look into what Peace's open and affirming statement is. I had an opportunity to put it on the screen, but I think it's nice to dig around and find that for yourself and explore all the work that Peace does. So I'm giving you that little bit of homework, I guess I'll say. And so today we're going to explore that no vote a little bit, because I think Peace has come such a long way since then, and maybe you'll say it's the same as it always has been, but that's why you, Ruth and Clint, who were here at that time, are here to share kind of your experiences with it. So I guess first, would you mind just introducing yourselves?
I'm Ruth.
Is this on?
It's on.
Oh, okay. I'm Clint Wilson.
Thank you. Would you share your pronouns with everyone here
He,
today?
him, and his.
She, her.
Thank you. And Ruth, what do you remember, because it sounded like there were some listening sessions that were hosted here in the sanctuary or in the social hall when this vote was up for, I guess we'll say, debate. And what do you remember learning at those sessions? And they were hosted by LGBTQ leaders in the community and others people?
And earlier.
Okay. Well, what do you remember?
Well, this is how I remember it. We had a pastor here for like 25, 30 years. His name was Carl Schradel, and his son was gay. And toward the end of his time here, he did not want to deal with open and affirming and didn't. But then we had an interim pastor for a year or two, and then we had Pastor Paul for like 25 or 30 years. But during the interim, we decided we should vote on open and affirming. And they had meetings that you could go to learn more about it. And I think some of the people went to the meetings thinking it was the chance to debate and share how they felt about it. And it really was kind of just informational. So the people that weren't able to share their viewpoints just didn't come to any more meetings. They just kind of quietly went out and gathered up all their friends so that when we had a vote, that they could outvote the people that thought we should do it. And that's what happened. And so the people that were going to the meetings and learning about it were all fired up and thought it was a done deal, you know. And then it came time to vote, and the people that had rounded up all their friends, who we don't see on Sunday, but anyway, they were members, and they outvoted the other people. So there was some tension about that, and I think the people that didn't want to do it just didn't want to deal with it. They said we were fine for all those years with Carl, and you know his son was gay, and nobody cared, and you know we're welcoming, and there's nothing wrong with us. I think that was kind of where they're at. So anyway, so after the vote, there were many people who were kind of cranky, and so I've never seen this happen before. But the minister at the time, he was an interim, and his name was David Drug, and he marched us all after church. He marched us all into the social hall, whether we wanted to go or not, and he sat us all down and he said, "You guys are, you know, this is not how we're going to act." He said, "I don't care which side of the issue you're on. This is not how we don't want to have this tension. We don't want to have people mad at each other for whatever went on." And he said, "You have to just love each other, and we're all a family." And it was just kind of like shocking because most of us hadn't been like talked to like that since we were kids, you know. It's like, whoa, we were all in trouble. It didn't matter who you were. You know, we were all in trouble for not being kind to each other or whatever. But anyway, a couple of years later, then Carl was the pastor, and then we voted again, and everything was fine, and it passed without a problem. But it was kind of a strange time.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So.
Sherry, does that spark any memories from your past, or?
I think that happens in many places, and that no enabled you to look within and decide, no, we can do better than this.
Yeah.
We can love in the midst of the no, and so I think that's a really great story, powerful.
And Clint, now we all have to take our minds back to 2000, right? So it's 26 years ago now. And Clint, when we talked, you said that you went into these listening sessions with a neutral mindset. And so what made you go from neutral to voting yes for this open and affirming vote in the end?
Well, if truth be told, when we went in at first, I would have probably voted yes, no matter what happened. But I went through all the listening sessions and every session I could get into to learn more about O&A and also about gay and lesbian people. And yesterday at the breakfast, we met with Steve Strickler, who was a former member of this church and who was instrumental in setting up the second O&A that passed. But his son, Matty, is gay. And we talked to Matty yesterday and Steve. And I told Matty yesterday that he was basically the one that cemented my vote for a yes. Because I looked at that young man and said, how could we ever exclude this young man from being in our church and a clergy, which he is right now. He's a clergy. I think, Marie, he said he was Baptist minister. So he is a clergy. So I thought, how can we ever exclude any gay people, lesbians, from being members of our church and also being leaders of our church? Mm-hmm. So like Ruth said, the first one failed, but when Steve Strickler, along with Pastor Paul, got the second one going, it passed easily. So I am very proud of this church.
Yeah, thanks, Clint. And so, Ruth, you had sort of a lesson that came to you after that first no vote. You learned a little bit about people, is what you said. What was that lesson?
Well, I guess one thing that I've learned as I go through life is that a lot of times people look really nice on the surface and, like we're welcoming, but maybe that means you're welcome to come here, but we want to fix you or something, I mean, there's churches that kind of feel that way. And that's not us. And, and the open and affirming goes beyond just saying you're welcome to come in through the door. It means we love you for who you are and want you to be part of our team.
Yeah, would you talk a little bit more about that? Because there is a difference between welcoming and being affirming, and that was one of the lessons that you had from that listening session.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What did I say?
What? Well, I mean, it's sort of one thing to sort of welcome people and not acknowledge who they are, and it's another to affirm and kind of, like Clint was saying, promote and sort of encourage to take leadership roles. I think either you or Clint said it maybe was something to do with like being a Sunday school teacher was sort of part of the drama.
Yeah, I think some people were kind of uncomfortable with that. That, they didn't know if it was a good idea for gay and lesbians to, be a Sunday school teacher.
Yeah.
And then, once we understood about open and affirming, we decided that, you should be who God created you to be. And yes, if you have talents for teaching, you should teach Sunday school, I mean.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I don't know if that's what I said, but.
That sounded good. Clint, last question. What would you share with a church or with a group who's kind of debating? It may not be this particular issue, but if they're feeling an us versus them and they're debating welcoming them into their church or even a community, it doesn't have to be in a church setting, but into welcoming a group that is marginalized, what advice would you give?
Actually, you have to have a conversation with that person or that group of people. You have to get to know them. You have to, you just have to talk and listen. Because like we just heard today, we are all one. Immigrants, wherever we're from Africa or the Middle East, we're all one. We have to talk to each other.
Thanks, Clint. Thank you, Ruth. Any final words from either of you? Otherwise, we're going to let Sherry tie a bow on this.
I have time, so I do get to tell a story. I thought about Pride coming here, and the first couple memories came to mind. One was the church I worked at before this in Austin, went through that same process. They sort of ran into a roadblock. And then just this persistence of love, 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 the next vote was unanimous. So I think that happens. Sometimes we have to take that pause and sort of reset. The other one's a personal story, which I love to share with you, because nobody else listens to me anymore. So it was Austin's Pride, I think, happens a little bit later in a couple of months, but they have a celebration at the band shell. So last year I went to Austin's Pride celebration. I remember walking in, sidewalk led the way, and coming towards me was a person who I had named as the one person that needs to leave Austin because it'd be better without them. And I had given that person that name tag for about 10 years. So as we got closer, I veered right and went right to the band shell. I said, bleh. Went to the band shell, sat there, listened to this beautiful band, all about love, and I'm sitting there, yeah, love, love, love. And then right next to the band shell is where the protesters were, and they had to stay behind this certain spot. I don't know how anybody figured this out, but so I'm listening to love, I'm looking at the protesters with the hate sign, love, hate, and it was just like, there's my mirror when I was looking at the protesters. Hate. Just 90 seconds before that, I had named who was worthy of my love, who belonged, who was included, who was excluded. So I sat there and I started to smile. And that's always a good thing. When you start to smile, you're learning something that is ready to change. I paused, which means, I'll see if I remember this. Perhaps an unseen solution exists. I'm trying to remember. Pause. Perhaps an unseen solution exists. So I paused, and the solution was I can't do this on my own. So, whatever you want to name it, God, Spirit, good, universe, energy, whatever you want to name it, I needed help. Because I had a 10-year pattern going. And many people, and look at, we need more love, it's falling off already. We need help, because we get stuck in patterns of the past. We get stuck in patterns of the past. I go, I need help. I go, I don't have the answer. And I name it Spirit. I name whatever the energy is Spirit. I don't know what to do. This is 10 years. I'm so tired of hating. And then I left it at that. Wandered around. Time to go home. This time I'm walking this way on the sidewalk and the person is coming this way. And again, I just had a smile. So I went up to that person. I'll pretend it's Clint that I hate. So we're both, I went up to that, instead of turning right, I went like, so good to see you.
So good to see you.
How have you been? I kept my hand on their back, which I'm not a real, usually don't do that. I don't know. 46 seconds, I can slow down. I kept my hand on their back, and I really listened, and I loved. And I said, so I'm just glad. Take care of yourself. It's good to connect with you again. And it was genuine. It was authentic. I didn't have to pretend. It was the Spirit just waiting for a little bit of opening to start a new pattern. And we all, not I, we all fall into these many different emotions. Well, I'll just do this for a while. It's weird to move away. But we help each other, right? We got to help each other. We got this unseen energy that's always with us. Zero. So, thanks for giving me time to tell my pride story.
Thanks for sharing it,
All
Pastor
right.
Sherry.
That's it. That's it.
No, you can leave him on. We've got a really amazing hymn, another great piece of music to share with you. This is called We Are a Gentle, Angry People. I thought I had written down something about it, but I guess I didn't. This is Holly Near. It's an awesome protest song. And so I think it's probably a stander-upper. And we'll have Jenny lead this. Anne's taken over on piano. Let's sing together.
We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our lives. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing for our lives. We are young and old together, and we are singing for our lives. We are young and old together, and we are singing for our
Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Ann. Thanks, everybody. You can take your seats. Rosalind, will you come forward? And as she does, I'll invite the ushers forward this morning to help collect this morning's offering. You can drop your prayer cards in here. You can drop that green bookmark in here. And if you have an offering to share, those go in here as well. If you prefer to give electronically, you can sure do that. There's a QR code on the screen. You're all alone, Bob. Just come on forward. It's all you today. There's 4 plates, okay? Keep them spinning. And while that's happening, Rosalind, you're going to share a song with us a little bit later towards the end of the service. It's called This Is Me. Why is that an important song to you?
I've thought about this. You asked me this question earlier this week. If you know me, I'm very extroverted. I talk a lot. I'm very loud. I know, I'm so quiet. But this song for me as that identity, but also as a queer woman, it's about being proud of that and learning that journey, and when you're surrounded with community, how much stronger you feel in it. I also think about advocating for people in the community, how we do that, and when we do that, they also feel loved and supported. Mm-hmm. And what a powerful movement that is. And so this is, in my opinion, this song is more of like a battle cry wrapped in music. It can apply to anybody. I think with Pride this weekend, it's specifically applicable to all the queer folks that have been told to dim that or not talk about that or just, don't be so queer in front of family events or whatever. And it's like, you know what? No. At Pride yesterday, I bought a Viking shirt with a Viking passing to a unicorn. So I'm like, that way when I go to a football event, I'm going to be gay and be proud.
I love it. What brings you pride?
My number one pride is my wife is amazing. My wife, Violet, my kiddos. And of myself, I think I'm still figuring out what confidence looks like. You wouldn't guess that.
No, you wouldn't.
But I think sometimes I do get those like voices in my head like, oh, was I too much? Did they like me? Is the world going to be okay with that? Is society? You know what? People that want to love me and want to be in my life will make sure that they're there. Mm-hmm. Just like I'm going to show up for the people that I want to support. So I'm going to be me and shine bright in that.
I love it. We will hear from Rosalind a little bit later on. At this time, though, I'm going to invite Z Ortiz. Z is a member of the Rochester Rainbow Choir and a pretty awesome writer. And here, Z, let me grab this microphone for you. Z wrote a poem to share this morning at our Pride service, and I'm going to let you introduce that, if you would, Z.
This is a poem about the quiet self-reflection of pride and how feeling less doesn't mean being less. It's called On the Stoop Together. I ask Romance where she is. She doesn't answer, but sits beside me. I can't look her in the eye. I am afraid to know why she won't speak to me. Romance doesn't sit with me anymore. She's too quiet when I call her name, and I can't bring myself to look for her. I'm afraid to know where she has gone. I turn to Love for any sort of response. She doesn't answer, but sits beside me. I look her in the eye, and I still don't understand. Love sits with me for a while. She's very quiet. I look at her for hours. I'm afraid I have figured out why. I don't need Romance if I can be content with Love. Neither have said a word, but I have gleaned my own meaning, and I can breathe again.
Thank you, Z. So much. Thank you, everybody. For prayer requests, I'm going to begin with what the staff has done to put together services each week. It's pretty amazing the amount of love and thought and the selves they put into it. So every single person that walks through that door is receiving the gifts that they have. And as a part-timer here for the congregation that continues to uphold one another during this time of not having a permanent pastor, and knowing that it'll be okay because there's love and that can't be stopped. So whatever happens, whenever it happens, it's already wonderful because you are here and at work caring for this place. And prayer requests that are being shared today. Yeah. A prayer that we may love ourselves completely. I'm thankful for the LGBTQ community, including my children, who continue to inspire by loving themselves enough to live fearlessly as their authentic selves. May we all be as fearless and authentic. Please pray for Bruce. He has been in and out of the hospital the last few months. Thank you for my moms and Ben and my doggies. Please help me be kind, heal those who are sick. Thanks so much for a message of moving forward, embracing a community of unity and love. So grateful. Prayers for the pastor search process and the committee. Dear God, thank you for the love in our community. Please watch over and be with Esther and Eric. Help them find peace in you and be with their families. Help us all be a good neighbor and show forgiveness and love. Prayers for those affected by the 350-acre wildfire, Stewart Trail Fire in northern Minnesota by Two Harbors and Silver Bay. So we take a deep breath. We embrace all of it, from the fires to the illnesses, to the searches, to the promises in each and every one of them, that there is love and that we are love, and that is the message that we are called to share. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Sherry. All right, we've got a couple of things coming up in the week ahead. Sunday, if you want to write this down, I've put little Post-it notes in that seat pocket in front of you. You can write down Acts chapter 2, verses 1 through 21. It is Pentecost, and I will ask you to go and figure out what that means, okay? Pastor Jerry will be preaching this coming Sunday on Pentecost Sunday. And so add that to your list of things to look into. It's a church thing, and why is it important? Why does it matter? And I would love if you would make it to the Rainbow Choir's final concert this afternoon. It's right here at Peace at 2 o'clock. We've done a lot of great work over the last year as the Rainbow Choir, and actually this final concert of the season is going to be recorded. So what an honor to have a huge audience here to capture that applause and that excitement about the group. So if you're free this afternoon, it's a concert you won't want to miss, and we're debuting 2 new pieces today. So we're excited about that. Yeah. In just a moment here, we will share This Is Me, but Pastor Sherry, will you lead us in the prayer of self-dedication?
Yep. We are 2 minutes ahead if you want to stand up here and visit with me a little bit. What he does with the schedule, right now it should be 11:24.
So we're a little ahead,
What's
huh?
going on?
I don't know. We're just efficient, I guess. We got our point across.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think we can say much more. Move. Okay. You can stay here, and we'll just do this. I'll do it the one, and you do the second one. So we'll
Deal.
do this together.
Okay.
We are Peace United.
We affirm and embrace everyone
We love our neighbors.
as Jesus loves us without condition. We take action, leading a movement of compassionate courage
We build our community.
by focusing on the needs of others, and we include everyone, no matter where they are on life's journey. Amen. All right. Thanks, Pastor Sherry. Rosalind, this is Places, girl.
This is Laces, girl.
I'm going to move that. Seems like it might get a little bit knocked over.
We might feel like one of those faces on there.
Yeah.
the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am Bruce, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. Yeah, that's what we've become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am true, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love. There's nothing I'm not worthy of. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is Bruce, this is who we're meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. Marching on, marching on. This is me. Oh, 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 oh. I'm gonna send a flood. This is me.
Yeah. Nice work. Let's get out of. Oh, Sherry, will you dismiss us?
Supposed to be some words?
No, you say this dismissal.
Oh, thank you for being our teachers. Go in peace to love.